Billionaire and Racing Point owner Lawrence Stroll takes a major share in Aston Martin, securing a 16.7% stake in the company, which will lead to Racing Point becoming the Aston Martin F1 works team. Welcome to Formula World, I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and this is everything you need to know about the Aston Martin deal. Following rumours that have been circulating since late last year, some even covered here on this channel, it's been finally announced that a consortium led by Lawrence Stroll has secured a 16.7% stake in Aston Martin for £182 million. The deal also includes a £318 million cash injection as a part of the overall package, for a grand total of £500 million being thrown around. Here's a quick look at the major talking points from the deal. Racing Point F1 will become the Aston Martin F1 works team commencing from 2021 under a 10-year deal. The F1 deal will also include Aston Martin's sponsorship for the first 5 years with extension options thereafter. This also means that Red Bull and Aston Martin's current partnership will cease at the end of 2020. However, the co-branded Red Bull Aston Martin hypercar, the Valkyrie, will still go ahead with release aimed for later this year. Lawrence Stroll, who led the Billionaire consortium, will become the new Aston Martin chairman, and current Aston Martin CEO Andy Palmer will remain in his role. Let's break it down a bit from here. Lawrence Stroll beat out a bid from Chinese company Geely, who owns Lotus and Volvo and have a 9.7% stake in Daimler, Mercedes' parent company. The £500 million investment will include a £55.5 million short-term injection of cash for things to get going within the company. An excerpt from a statement released among the filings of the deal read, "Aston Martin Lagonda has entered into a legally binding term sheet under which the Racing Point F1 team will become the Aston Martin F1 works team with effect from the 2021 season. This agreement is for a 10-year initial term, and Aston Martin Lagonda will receive an economic interest in the team." Aston Martin CEO Andy Palmer, who has worked closely with Red Bull in F1 over the previous few years, released this statement. Mr. Stroll brings strong and proven expertise in both automotive and luxury brands more widely, which we believe will be of significant benefit to Aston Martin Lagonda. We have also announced plans to leverage a new motorsport collaboration with Racing Point to enhance the execution of the plan. I would like to thank Red Bull Racing, who we will continue to sponsor this year, for their partnership and support in us being able to say this today. Stroll also released a statement explaining his feelings on the deal. On completion of the £500 million of fundraising, I look forward to working with the board and management team in Aston Martin Lagonda to review and improve each aspect of the company's operations and marketing, to continue to invest in the development of new models and technologies, and to start to rebalance production to prioritise demand over supply. And Red Bull Racing released a statement clarifying their agreement terms and thanking Aston Martin for their partnership. Following the Aston Martin Lagonda announcement earlier today, the team can confirm that the manufacturer will remain title partner until the end of the 2020 season, but this contract will not be extended past the end of the current term. We thank Aston Martin for their support over the past 4 years, in which time we have achieved 12 wins, 50 podiums and 6 pole positions together. We wish Aston Martin's employees and shareholders all the best for the future, and our focus remains on working together through the 2020 season and ending our partnership on a high. Both Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez are expected to remain as a part of the team. And going forward, this deal along with everything else is all pointing towards stability and strength for the team. At the very least, it seems to drive the nail in further that the team is investing into a long future in F1 with the intention of not just making up a place on the grid, but instead Lawrence seems genuinely interested in pushing the team forward and towards the top. How will this all turn out? Only time will tell, but it certainly all seems good for the sport at large. What colour livery do you want to see on the Aston Martin F1 team? Be sure to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.